What's going on, guys? Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. And in this particular commentary, there'll be some good news starting off, and then there will be some bad news. But I'm not sure what gameplay you guys are going to be getting. I'm just kind of winging it. Who knows what you're going to see? I'm just talking into a blank screen right now. I'll get you something good, though. I'll make sure the gameplay is fun to watch, if nothing else. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. All Call of Duty gameplay, basically the same at this point. But hey, that's neither here nor there. And I do want to be a little bit positive in this commentary because, you know what? I'm having fun. I'm having fun making videos again. That's the good thing we can take away from this. Like, I have something to make content on, at least for the time being. Because Call of Duty Vanguard, guys, I've never been so uninspired to make videos. At a certain point, it stops being fun even shitting on that turd because it's like, I don't know, I feel like I'm picking on a kid in a wheelchair or something. Like, it's, at first I'm just like, hey man, like, up your game, what are you doing? And then the person I'm telling to up their game falls off a ladder and lands in a vat of cheese and gets like 3rd-degree chemical burns, and I'm like, oh, well, I can't even really make fun of you anymore. I mean, it just killed my spirit for making Call of Duty videos. It wasn't even fun to pick on that game and insult the stupid devs, the green juice drinking ninnies at Sledgehammer. But guys, let's talk about some of the positives with the Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 2022 Electric Boogaloo. It's Dorban time beta. I'm gonna give them a week. And I typically do this anyway, like every year. I'm an Xbox guy. Xbox has been getting the beta after like a week, and they'll usually take feedback, some feedback, and improve the game somewhat. I remember back to the Modern Warfare 2019 beta, there were no red dots. I can't remember what they did. I think they had no minimap like at all, and it was fucking miserable. If anyone remembers that, please back me up in the comment section. What a fucking disaster that first little bit of MW19 beta gameplay was. I mean, it was still a bad game when I played it, but at least they kind of fixed the minimap and gave us whatever we have now with the no red dots and that ugly compass and all that shit. But anyway, I do want to talk about some of the positives that I saw. So, I do kind of like the third-person mode, admittedly. Third-person mode looks kind of cool. I'll probably try that out just because it's something different. You know, it's something to break the mold a little bit, something to break the monotony a little bit. So that's good. The game looks good. The game sounds good. Infinity Ward has never really had an issue making their games, graphically speaking, look great. The sound is always on par. The weapons are always punchy. That's never been Infinity Ward's issue. Infinity Ward's issue is their games are kind of like a cake. And what do I mean by that? Well, a cake can look good, but taste like shit. You know? If you make the cake with salt instead of sugar, that cake's gonna be awful. Doesn't matter how good it looks, and that's fucking Modern Warfare. That's Infinity Ward's games for the most part. Tell me when I'm telling lies there. You know that's fucking true. Call of Duty Ghosts, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare 2019, the list goes on and on. But a lot of their games, they look great, they sound great, they should be great, but they're marred by dumbass design decisions by Joe Secott and his merry band of morons. But we have some feedback for the first little bit of the beta here. I mean, we're literally spelling it out for them. We're literally, as players, as longtime fans of the franchise, spelling it out for Infinity Ward to a T. We are crossing our T's. We are dotting our I's. Everything is there. There's this giant fucking thread. Like, check this out. I'm not making this up. Huge fucking thread. It looks like a Bible. But Modern Warzone covers it, and he says, "This is the best feedback I've ever seen for a Call of Duty beta. Chad Velezis, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, did a phenomenal job covering every aspect of Modern Warfare 2 while giving genuine feedback without being malicious. Great job, brother. Infinity Ward needs to see this." And I read it, and I pretty much agree to a T. And I'll link you guys in the pinned comment below, and you can check it out and upvote it. Please upvote it. Do something to get it through to Infinity Ward that, hey, your current game, it might be great for casuals, but casuals are so like, nah. They don't care, man. You could literally take a dump in a cup and serve it to them and say it's chocolate pudding and they'll eat it right up. They don't care what you give them. I'm convinced. Like, seriously. So let us have these changes, you casuals, and I think the game will be a lot better. But anyway, it's not just that, though. Doug ran a poll asking if people want the classic minimap brought back. 88% with like 30,000 people said yes. How can you honestly ignore that? I mean, Doug even says, if this doesn't work, I don't know what to tell y'all. I ran hundreds of polls on MWZ and have never seen this big of a landslide with this big of a sample size. Charlie Intel says, also, Call of Duty has been saying they'll be more transparent with communications this year, and I hope that continues for MW Roman numeral 2. More importantly, I hope Infinity Ward provides an actual reason behind no red dots on the minimap and not just ignore it as they did with 2019. Man, ignore it, they did. It's disappointing that they decided to not have red dots on the minimap, and it's even more disappointing they are doing so without providing on-record explanations for such a change, one that no one ever asked for. Amen, Charlie. I'm right there with you. And COD Intel says, one that people disliked in their previous title as well and never cared to explain either. I think you guys are coming around too. Even my likes and dislikes are going up. Like I first said, like at the bottom here where it's 80% likes, I'm like, hey, this looks bad. And then slowly the views stayed the same, but the likes kept going up because I think you guys kind of saw what I was saying, you know? I'm not just saying it to say it. I'm saying it because the game in its current state, it has potential to be great, but it fucking sucks. And if you can't remove SBMM, you know, if you can't remove disbanding lobbies, at the very least, make the game as near perfect as it can be. Like, I covered this in my last video. It'll never be as good as it was in the old days. It just won't. But for God's sakes, listen to us. If nothing else, just listen to us. But as the great Bad News Barrett, a wrestler from about a decade ago, once said, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Because this is the team, and this is a direct screenshot. It's not been doctored. Nothing's like altered. It's not out of context. It's just two images stuck together. Guys, look at this and tell me there's any hope. Look at this and tell me there is any hope for Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. I truly do not believe Infinity Ward will listen to fucking anything. Nothing. Seriously. Now, before I show you this image, I want to say that tons of people were complaining just like this back when Modern Warfare 2019 released. Tons of people, maybe even more, were complaining. And we expected Infinity Ward to do something. And the communications manager, Ashton Williams, also known as the fucking mime, because after this tweet, the bitch basically didn't speak for the rest of her fucking tenure at Infinity Ward. And I don't care what's going on in her personal life. I'm sorry if somebody did something. I'm sorry if your boyfriend broke up with you. I'm sorry if your Domino's delivery was late by 15 minutes or so. Whatever. I get people are toxic. I see toxic people in my comment section every goddamn day. But I just address them, yell at them if I want, and move on and focus on the stuff, you know, the people are saying that matters. That's what you got to do as a community manager, as a communications manager. Anyway, let's take a look at this here, okay? So Ashton Williams at the top says, we are finalizing notes for the big update. 20th of November this happened, by the way. Quote unquote, the big update implies an overhaul, right? You all keep asking about. Notes are a little over 2 pages long. That looks like the game's getting completely reworked in the multiplayer department, doesn't it? Lots of good stuff in here. And then about like, I don't know, 2 weeks later, Joe Secott, the main guy behind Modern Warfare 2019 multiplayer, says, the overhaul was a fake statement to get attention. We are constantly updating the game at least once a week, sometimes twice. Also, Season 1 incoming, also buy. How can you see that? And like, nobody even knows what's going on in Infinity Ward, apparently. And this is back when there were less people working on the game. Now we have 3,000 blue-haired, pronoun-spewing, Prius driving dummies. And I'm sorry for not being positive here. I'm sorry for not being nice by saying that. But it's fucking true, dude. You guys didn't listen to shit. Over the past 3 years, you listened to nothing, and it proves that by giving us this beta. At COD Next, you set up on stage and you said, we have learned from our past mistakes these past 3 years. Bullshit! No, you didn't. You lied to our fucking face on stage, so no, I'm not gonna be nice. I can't be nice. I'm through being nice. I was nice like 5 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago. I tried to be. It got me nowhere. Why would I be nice? Like, let other people do that. I'm going to sit here and just complain because I need to get the frustrations of the community out vicariously. I'm sorry, but people complained from the beta until the full game. People complained all year. And I'm not talking like a vocal minority. I mean like most of the MW 2019 player base. If not most, then at the very least, like half. A lot of people just complaining. People that would actively play the game complaining because it had potential. MW 2019 had a lot of potential. But it came out to be a sit behind the door simulator with your claymore in front of you, and you're like the sad Doge meme where you're just like, no, please don't leave the door open. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh my god, it was just opening and closing doors all fucking year on terrible, campy, safe space maps. And you're expected to sweat your balls off constantly. You're expected to play like Joe Biden has your family tied up in the basement and is about to give them their 9th COVID vaccine booster shot after he smells them, of course. That's what these guys want you to play like. And for what? Again, I ask you, why am I playing harder competition? These fucking dumbasses don't understand. That's why I'm complaining. You want to stick me against tough competition? Fine. You want to make sure I never beat up noobs? Fine. Give me something for the fucking work I put in for 15 goddamn years. You see this Black Ops 3 gameplay? Yeah, this is against noobs. I'm pretty good at the game. I got a good score. I got raps. I got a lot of kill streaks. I had fun. That's my reward. I get to go off and trounce people. You know? I don't get that anymore. And if I do, I'm immediately punished for it. I'm immediately punished for it. It's fucking bullshit. It's not fun. Unless you eat paste. If you literally take a tube of Crest and squeeze it into your mouth every morning and go nom 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 nom. Unless you're doing that, it's not fun. I'm sorry, but it's fucking not. Tell me when I'm telling lies. If you are remotely good at Call of Duty, it's just not fun anymore. It's just not. Oh my god, man. Let me tell you guys something. I've just had it. I don't believe Infinity Ward is going to do anything, really. I don't. I don't expect any big change to happen. I just don't. And this isn't me being negative. This is me being realistic. They didn't do this 3-4 years ago. Why would they do it now? They lied to us at COD Next. On stage, they literally lied to us. They didn't listen to anything. We have 3,000 devs that just don't know what they're doing. 3,000 plus devs. So, all I gotta say is this. I hope the campaign and the Spec Ops, which you might get, I don't know, 8 to 12 hours of gameplay out of before you get bored, are good enough to carry this game's dog water fucking multiplayer. But let's be honest, they don't really care. They just want you to play multiplayer to get into Warzone 2, basically, which also sucks. It's getting an even worse rap than MW Roman numeral 2. But guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. I want to suplex Joe Secott through the much superior Xbox controller. Peace out.
I appreciate it, Nick. I'm sorry if I'm a little fucking snippy. I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.